Hello and welcome. Welcome to Paul's Auction Art. I'm Paul Secoria, aka Paulie C. For this video, doing a little art session here. I'm going to show you a couple techniques. First in regular real time, then we're going to move to the time lapse. So here we go. Main thing is to have some fun, and anybody can kind of do this, okay? You get an idea in your head. First of all, I'm starting with a 2.5 inch by 3.5 inch card. I use Bristol board. This is the standard, what they call ACEO sketch card size. It has to be 2.5 inches by about 3.5 inches. Exactly. 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches to qualify there. ACEO, it's like artist collector's edition original or something, but yeah, basically it's an original art sketch card. I also use a pencil like this. This is like a 2B, just basically a standard pencil. And what you start with is just real light kind of lines and shapes. And for this one, we're gonna you can get an idea in your head. It's okay if you want to look at some reference points or kind of just remember your favorite characters, whatever you're going to draw here. But basically, any drawing is just to start out is with shapes. So I'm just going to kind of show you how, in real time, how I flesh out the initial shapes for this particular card. And then I'm going to move, to the time lapse section like usual. I'm getting a couple requests here for this, but basically, it's a lot of fun. Just remember to have fun. Sometimes, like, this is an organic process, so sometimes things come out better than expected, or it is what it is, but it's all a learning experience. And what I'm doing now, again, is just this is like just fleshing out some initial shapes, the composition of the card, what they call the placement, and how you align the card here. In this case, I'm going to save what the actual card will be as a surprise here, but we're basically, it's a Disney piece here. Love drawing Disney characters, and this is one of my favorites, classic cartoons. So yeah, we're going to kind of flesh out here. Again, I'm just light pencil strokes here, very kind of rough shapes, and you kind of can, just have some fun with this. It's okay. This is just the pencil portion. We have erasers, you have anything. That's all right. We have plenty of paper, plenty of pencils here. We're going to kind of flesh out some of these characters, okay? I'm going to show you in real time, and then we can move to the time lapse when I kind of go forward or what have you. But yeah, we're getting an idea on placement. I want, let's see, right here, we're going to do, another character right here. There. He's going to come around here. And usually I'll be listening to some music or something and just kind of relaxing. And, this is very fun. I think anybody can do this. If you set your mind to it, just having fun, just doing shapes here. We're just fleshing it out. And then kind of comes the ink process. This is the pencil process. There's no, right or wrong way with this. This is all just fun. Everyone has their own styles. Let's see, we got some eyes here. Maybe you're starting to kind of see. We'll see how this looks. Her hair goes swoops like that. There we go. Again, a lot of times I'll, know the characters so well, you can kind of do it by, of course, by memory. There's other times where, I'll be looking at just like a reference point or different characters, and then you kind of flesh it out on your own. Make it your own. I always say that. You know, put your style on it. Mine is a comic rough style, just fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of this. These are all original, one of ones. Even if I were to do multiple of these, they will probably come out, you know, slightly different. Some people do a lithograph, which is where you do this and you paint it, and you do it on a stone, and then you press it down into other cards, and that's like an addition. But all of mine are one of ones, and it's a lot of fun to do. So I'm just kind of fleshing things out. It's rough, you know, it's rough here right now. We're seeing how it goes. We're gonna have this guy here. This one, these are fun characters. Bring me back to a simpler time, our childhood. And it's a lot of fun to draw. So here we go. He's kind of coming here. Here's his ear. What? Oh, he's got some hair here. Hair flowing like that. Kind of looks like Doc Brown. It's not. If you can't tell by, let's see, what is it? The 10 and the 6. 10 and 6. Who is this guy here? The Mad Hatter. We got some beautiful blues, baby blue eyes here on this character. Give her hopefully a softer nose in post. She's got there, she's smiling, having fun. We got the cheeks. Love these eyes, the big blues. We'll work on those a little bit. You know, this is just the pencil phase. It's light. You're kind of finding a way. Once we, you know, then you decide, and you can kind of figure out how you want it. You want it. That's the beauty of this. You can, sky's the limit. You can create whatever you'd want. Worlds right here. And it's okay. It kind of goes down like that. Got her arm there. All right, we got a little bunny rabbit coming along down here. A little rough little guy. I always love to see how these come out. You know, it's I'm kind of a conduit here sometimes with the page. So this, I'm gonna kind of turn it around here, because we're gonna do, this is like a 3, a 2, a 1, a 4. We're gonna do, this is a clock over here. Okay, that's that kind of going that way. And that's sitting there. And then we're gonna have a kind of like a teapot here. Probably it'll fit in. So we got the teapot, got this guy, and then we'll do maybe like a bow tie there. We'll see. And she's got a cup of the tea. She's sipping the tea. We just see kind of the cup. There it is. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along. We're about almost 10 minutes. This will go, as you can tell, is a labor of love. It's a lot of fun. In honor of Matt Groening, famous Simpsons artist, I always do the eyes first. So this was something I learned as a younger child doing art. I've been doing art as long as I can remember. Basically out of the womb, I was coloring, and it's just been something innate, you know, from, I guess, childhood. And what's interesting about it is a lot of times these images kind of just come out of the page, out of the blank paper. Like I said, I'm just sort of like a conduit or a vessel here. To kind of get this out. We're making the Cheshire Cat up here. If you haven't known, there's going to be an Alice in Wonderland piece. We've got Alice, the Mad Hatter, we got the White Rabbit, and then the Cheshire Cat we'll see up here, if I can kind of fit him in. He's got that sheepish grin. Reminds me of my Godfather would always say when the moon was that thin little style. It's a Cheshire cat smiling. It was neat. All right, let's see. Oh, he's got a little arm. He's like perched up here. He's just perched up here. Okay, there's the chair. Okay, I like it. All right, so this is it. We're at the 10-minute mark. Here's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and take it to time lapse. This takes, I'll tell you what, I'll see how long it takes. I don't usually time it, but we'll see how long it goes from here. And I'll see you shortly on the finished product. Okay, so I just want to do a quick pause here between the time lapse. I went over the initial sketch, darker with pencil. Took like maybe about the same amount of time, about 10 minutes or so, to kind of just darken the edges. Now, again, I'm not trying to emulate any sort of famous Disney artists, which are absolutely epic. I mean, just amazing. But I'm kind of making it my own. Like, you're going to see how when we flesh out Alice's face, it's kind of gonna look maybe a little more like anime style, a little more my style. We got graffiti kind of style with me, like a little cartoony caricature. I'm liking how the Mad Hatter's coming along. Initially, the teapot is kind of going to be here. You got the White Rabbit kind of hurrying with the clock behind. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go. We're moving to the ink phase. And I just want to do a quick shout out to Prismacolor. Love Prismacolor products, but this is a 08 size fine line marker that I'm going to use to ink this. They make all different of these. I also like the Sakura brand. This is an 05, a slightly thinner one. If you have to do finer lines, I usually stick with the 08. And then here's the actual set, the fine line marker set. So there's a couple different ones in there. The 08 is actually the biggest tip. It goes all the way down to 005, which is actually like 0.05. Yeah. So there they are there. These are acid-free, light-fast, permanent, water-resistant, fine line markers, archival quality. So here we go. Okay, cool. So the inks are done. As you can see, what you do with the inks is just kind of outline, and I just kind of, go with the flow here. You want to be decisive with your lines when you get to the inks. That's why we did the pencils how we did. And, some things kind of happen and things form and shapes form. So it's a fun process. Once I did the inks, you have to let it dry for a little while. So let the actual ink dry. Usually, a good few hours. I mean, you put in front of a fan or something. And I use a high polymer eraser like this. And you have to use like a blank card of Bristol to kind of clean the eraser. And you want to clean the eraser kind of before. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then, you kind of you have to erase the pencil lines. Erase the pencil lines gently, and you'll see that the eraser kind of gets dirty very quickly. And if you try and erase with the dirty eraser, it will smear a little bit the pencil and stuff. So as that kind of gets the edge, you rub it on there, clean it off, kind of shakes the table there. But once I do this erasing, I'm going to erase this. Then comes in the color. And for the color, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the time lapse. Her eyes came out real nice and big, real big. She turned out a little bit fun, a little bit different than what I anticipated kind of going into it. I really, again, like how the Mad Hatter came out, and the teapot is kind of cool. You got the White Rabbit coming through, and then, of course, the Cheshire Cat, one of my faves, up at the top, creeping, just smiling and cheesing. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish erasing this. Again, you clean the eraser, a little bit in between, keep the eraser clean. Use something like this, a real nice eraser. And it keeps your hands clean so your hands aren't touching the actual rubber. And you want to be gentle around some of the ink areas when you're doing it. But you're mainly just, you see there, get the dust away. You see how it removes it. We're going to remove all the pencil and then go to color. And we'll see our final product just shortly. Cool. Thanks. Okay, so that's it.